Okie dokie Deuterinos, welcome back to Duty's Daggers. We have an unboxing. Just wanted to say thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Check down there, make sure you are. And Instagram is duties_daggers. If you want to follow me over there, you can. So, I'm excited about this one. This is a mini version of a knife I already own and love very much. In fact, I need to get that out right now. It's right here. Okay. Keep that off to the side. Let's freaking do it. Alrighty. Vosteed. Different box than last time. Guess I need this again. I was disappointed with the last Vosteed that I bought. Actually, the last couple Vosteeds that I bought. I bought the Valkyrie and I bought the Corgi. And both I was not really stoked on. This, I hope, is different. Since I already own the knife in a full size, I'm hoping that the mini is good. Really hoping, because it could be an awesome, awesome knife. Well, there's a little hint. We got some Omega springs. Got the Nightshade sticker. Vosteed patch. Microfiber. And here she is. It's a mini Nightshade, guys. Look at this. Okay. Little oils here. Let's get the box out of the way and let's take a peep. Take a quick little peep at this little guy. Okay, so it's got a crossbar lock, which makes me nervous. You know, unless they did it really well, it's not going to be nice and snappy like the full size. It's hard to get a nice snappy detent with a crossbar lock. But they might have done it perfectly right. We'll see. Cool. This one has a crowned spine as well, just like the full size. I love that detail. We have red aluminum thumb studs and a red backspacer. I like that. Little hint of color. Black G10. Same pivot, just smaller. You don't get the pivot collar, though. This one's got the collar. This one doesn't. Different clip. Not inset. All right, let's do it. Thumb flick first. Oops. Okay. Oh. Weird. This feels odd. Hang on. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. The first thing I notice is the crossbar lock little tabs that you grab onto to pull down are almost a little too small. I feel like it's kind of like hard to grab them and pull them down almost. I almost feel like I'm sliding off. I wish they were poking out a little bit more. But I mean, this is on bearings, right? Yeah. The D10 doesn't feel that bad. It is fall shut. Reverse flick you can get. Okay. So let's compare the two. So the reason I like the full size so much is really because of the blade. Well, really, the handle has to do with the blade as well. It's the whole shillin cutter aesthetic and blade shape and handle. It's called a shillin cutter. It's traditionally a fixed blade kind of pattern that they kind of made into a folder. But it has this wide, big, broad blade with kind of pointing downward from the handle like a banana shape. And this is a fantastic cutter. deep, well, not deep, but long, full flat grind. So it's slicey, it's thin behind the edge, and for utility cutting, it just feels really good. You could tell, even way down here, I'm already at the tip. Even up here, I'm like really, really at the tip. I'm not really raising up my wrist that high at all. Um, so utility cutting, it feels great. And slicing material, it traps the material right in here, right where you want it. As you're cutting through, you don't get over here and slip out like you do with some knives that have belly. It's just a really good cutter. I like the snappy reverse flicking. It even gets a little bit of a ting. It's a strong detent. You can get this knife in a flipper and thumb studs and a hole. So there's 3 options on the deployment, which is great. Liner lock, pretty smooth on the close. I just really like how this cuts. Now, this should be the same thing, just in a little bit smaller form. Let's look. Let's measure the blades. Where's my damn ruler? Where is it? Floki? I don't. Oh, gosh. Too many boxes over here. I don't know where it is. You can just look at it. It's got a shorter blade. It feels thin behind the edge. Damn. Pretty good sharpening choil. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We got our heel of the blade, or our termination, right there. And where the plunge grind begins, starts to get thick, is right back there. So you got from there to right up there as your life of the blade. That's adequate for sure. That's great. Love that crown spine. You know, ergonomically, it's a smaller knife. I could still get a full grip on it, though, if I want to. In reality, this is a knife that I'm going to be holding like this most of the time. You know, index finger up here, doing utility cuts, opening up packages. So it's great that it has a crown spine, because it makes it really comfy right up here for your pointer finger. Yeah, the action is really not bad. That's good. It could have been way worse. Just these tabs, I feel like they're too small, and I feel like I'm slipping off. So I wish those were bigger, or sticking out a little bit more. But everything else here, so far, I'm liking. 14C28N as opposed to the 154CM on the large one. That's fine. Let's check the measurements behind the edge. Let's see what the original was, or is. We are looking at... Yeah, the original was thin. Damn, I forgot it was that thin. 15 thousandths right there. Come on. Gosh. 15. It's like 13 at the tip. All right, let's try here on the mini. It's going to be less, I can already tell. Yeah, 13 thousandths right there. 12 and a half. Yeah, and 13 thousandths. Yeah, so that's very good. This is going to slice. Oh, yeah. Relatively thin blade stock, too. What's that? 0.09. 0.098. That's great. That's about the same thickness as the Pyrite and the Echo. Very cool. The shadow here is 0.08. So the shadow still is a little thinner, but similar. So that's great. That's very good. I like that it's false shut. That's nice. The thumb studs do work actually pretty well. Reverse flick's doable. Absolutely. All right. Yeah. There's not much I can complain about. There's really not. Um, yeah, I can fail it, but it's a crossbar lock. Of course you can. Um, most crossbar locks you can. But actually, it's kind of popping out a little bit more than I thought it would, just by when I'm trying to fail it. But give it a little bit of oomph, it's popping right out. But any crossbar lock I can fail, especially, I mean, the Shadow for sure. Yeah, any crossbar lock. I can't think of one that I can't fail. That's just how they are. But it feels pretty good, man. It actually really feels pretty good. Sweet. This is going to be a nice little fifth pocket carry. Almost could be a primary carry, too. How about some size comparisons real quick? Let's get out the Launch 10. Bigger than that. CVV Cubit. Smaller than that one. CJRB Pyrite. Smaller than that one. What's another mini-ish knife? Let's see. Here's one. Native, or Little Native Warncliffe. It's bigger than that. Yeah, definitely bigger than that. How about the Delica? Is it Delica size? A little smaller than the Delica. Let's see. How about Drop Bear? Another Thumbstead crossbar lock. Yeah. This is one that feels really good, though. Crossbar Thumbstead. Yeah, it's really, really actually pretty good. I think I was coming into it very skeptical, and now that I see it and mess around with it, I really have no problem with the action. I just wish these tabs were sticking out a little bit more, or better, easier to grip. They just feel small, and kind of slippy. Aside from that, I have really no complaints. I wish the pocket clip was inset, but that's not a huge deal. At least it has flat-headed screws on it. I love the measurement behind the edge. That's great. How's the factory edge? Feels pretty good. Love that they kept the crown spine. I mean, I love the blade shape, obviously. Do we? Oh, wow, we only have, okay, there's not full liners. There's like little cartridge liners. They don't go the full way. They stop about right here. So all this is just G10 back here. That's fine. I'm not getting hardly any flex at all. So that's fine. I'm sure they're cutting down on weight. It is very light. Very, very light. Feels like bug out weight, or a little bit lighter. Yeah, this is cool, man. I look forward to doing the cut test with this. I think for the $65, this is a pretty good deal. Especially if you're a big Nightshade fan. This is just it's just cool, If you own a Nightshade, you know how useful that blade shape is. And honestly, this one might be even a little bit more useful, possibly. Especially for utility cuts, because you can get your pointer finger almost all the way to the tip right there. So you can put a lot of pressure down into the tip. But this one, you're kind of back here, still very good. But this one might actually, at least for like smaller, more detailed stuff, this might be even better, actually. Should we do a quick spine whack just because Vosteed has a history with that? Let's do it. Only because they have a history with it. And this is a different locking mechanism than the raccoon that failed, but All right, yep. Good to go. All right, folks. Well, like I said, no initial complaints besides the tabs being a little slippery. I have nothing really to complain about this. This is pretty cool. I think it's a $65 well spent. Look for the cut test video coming soon. Probably within a day or two after the video comes out, after you see this. And I think it's going to do very well. So, I'll put a link to this down below. I'm pretty sure they're still available. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they are. Vosteeds do kind of sell out quickly, usually. And then they take a little while to restock, and then they restock, and then you can get it then. So, regardless, it'll be linked down below in the description for you to go look. There was two variations. There was one, I think they were the same scales, but one had just regular plain gray thumb studs and backspacer, while this one had the red. So if you want no color, you can do that, or you can get the red. Right on. Thanks for watching, dudes. Please like the video before you bounce out, and I will see you in a little bit in the next video. Adios. Peace.